the state funeral, and of course he was also given 19-gun salute. We have any living president in Kenya. But nonetheless, Prof, we must be thankful as a nation that we've gone through the process, and a majority of people alive today have seen the hands of 3 presidents until the 4th one today, Prof.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. If you look at our neighbors,
yes,
you realize we have a lot to thank God for, that younger generations are now getting accustomed to making a transition from one presidency to the next, peacefully, more or less. And this is very unusual in our part of the world. Kenyans should look at their blessings. I know we look at what is going wrong, and we should.
Yeah.
But as you're saying, this is one of the things that we consider an essential part of our heritage. And by the way, that speaks to the tolerance of Kenyans. A lot of people here say they envy Tanzania, and they are right to say so. But look at us. In terms of transition, there may be arguments, there may be competition, but at the end of the day, when all that is done, and the process has worked its way, and the laws have worked their way, it's a good and smooth transition. And that's why you can talk about, yes, there's no living president now, but we know that when the tenure comes, there's going to be a succession, and there's going to be another government.
You sat in the President Mwai Kibaki'S cabinet. Simply, what would current crop of leaders learn from you and President Mwai Kibaki's style of leadership generally?
Unfortunately, the leaders we have today, they do not want to run from us. They do not even care. They don't even care to know about Kibaki, how he ran his government. Because when you hear the leadership today addressing Wananchi and saying we do not want to know history. We don't want history. We want now. Now, if you do not want to know history...
Just a minute, Engineer. I think it is very important to point out that now the Cottage is in Othaya town. This is Othaya town. They have just passed Mwai Primary School, which is about 3 kilometers from Othaya town. And the significance of Mwai Primary School is where President Kibaki used to cast his vote. So that is his local
polling station.
School. Polling station. As you can see, people in Othaya, lining up to say kwaheri to their son, and that is a fact now that the Cottage is just a few minutes from the final destination. That is the approved school.
Yeah, this is quite close to their heart because this is the longest-serving member of parliament. They could easily talk about. They know.
And actually, the other fact is that President Kibaki goes into history as one of the longest-serving members of parliament from 1961. 63 to 2000. 50 years as a member of parliament.
That's a record. I don't think, because Kenyan voters vote leaders out. They don't. I don't know who is going to, any leader who is going to stay in power for 50 years.
Mwai did how many?
Mwai is probably longer because he went in 55. And he was in parliament right through to when he became president in 78.
In 78. And he left presidency in 2002.
Yeah.
So when you do
the math, the same, no? About the same.
So almost the same.
That's a long time. That's a long time. But when you look
at... they are close to one another.
Exactly. But if you look at the track record and what they did to the society, to the country, it would easily say that, okay, fine, they were okay to be in parliament for all that while. Understand?
So exactly.
Because somebody would say that probably we wish we had a longer period with President Mwai Kibaki. When you look at the issue of economy, we would have been somewhere else. But we don't complain so far. So
what I was saying about the leadership, when you find the leaders saying they do not want to know history, now history talks about good things and bad things. So that you stop doing the bad things, you emulate the good things. So if people do not want to hear why Kibaki was the good president, so that they can be able to borrow a leaf from his style of politics, then it means now you are groveling in the dark. You do not even know where you are going. because education never ends.
Yeah.
And that's why you are always continuously being educated so that you can be able to be reminded
Yes.
where you can go wrong and where you can go right. And also, you are told what you want to do was tried sometimes, it never worked.
Yes.
So let us try it another way. You cannot continue reinventing the wheel, because when you reinvent the wheel, you never make progress. So that's the unfortunate status we have now of the new readers who do not want to hear anything. And me, as with all the knowledge I have and everything, I need to impact that to the younger generation and to other readers.
Yes. If you can take a look, we have the Humvees already. Chances are that the Cottage probably now will be handed over to the military as we speak, because the Humvees, we saw the Humvees took the body yesterday from State House to Nyayo Stadium. And here we have the military already lined up.
Actually, they have arrived, eh?
They've arrived.
At the approved school.
So we have the military already aligned. There you have it. The gun carriage
it will be put on the gun
reversing to
carrier.
receive the body there at the junction. We have the military already lining up. The canals. From this particular point until the end of the session, now it's a military affair. They hand over to the military. And up to this point, we are going to see a change of program and how the protocol is going to be moved from this particular point until the end of the time. It's actually 10 minutes to 11.
To 11,
And we can now say that Mwai is safely home. Mwai is home now.
Exactly. The body or the cottage is actually outside the approved schools.
Right.
And for the journey that started at 7 in the morning, sharp. So it has taken them about how many hours?
4 hours.
4 hours and 50 minutes.
Almost 5 hours.
That's almost 5 hours.
But as you said, it was a plus or minus because of the stops. Probably they would have done even shorter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, but when you look at the program, I mean, it was expected that they will be here at 10.
At 10. Yes.
They're just 50 minutes behind schedule. I think they will have to do
construction,
something to
the
try
diversions,
and catch up on time.
Still okay.
Yeah, it's still
so
okay.
The gun carriage, if you look at the gun carriage itself, it has got 2 flags. The white one is the presidential standard for President Mwai Kibaki, which he used during his time in office, and then
the
Kenyan flag. The gun carriage, of course, now will take the body to the venue, and signaling that it's now a military event, exclusive military event.
Just look at
the parade.
The military parade is there. It's a combination of the Kenya Navy, the Kenya Army, and the Air Force. Yeah, the 3 arms of the Kenya Defense Forces.
Actually, they say that it's a full parade, consisting of 96 members of the service, led by Brigadier there. So
96, you said?
Yes.
What is the significance of 96 instead of 1,000 or 20?
For them,
do you have any idea?
96 should be the full parade. And if you have a quarter parade like the one we saw at Leaf in Europe, that's a quarter parade. This is a full parade signaling a high-ranking member of the state. For example, now this is the final parade that he's getting. He's getting a full parade equivalent to his stature. He is a former commander-in-chief, and therefore you're getting that full parade consisting of the Kenya Army, the Kenya Navy, and the Kenya Air Force. So it's quite significant, and of course even the 19-gun salute. For so many people, it will be the first time to get the sound of the guns,
especially in this town.
You can imagine it's been a peaceful area.
Never seen these. I hope they are prepared.
Now, there is something that I noticed yesterday, and I don't know whether you noticed.